have to clean my glasses. There's just dust all over them. Ugh.
You wish to leave Hyzant?
Yes, I wish to study magic, not medicine.
But just before, you spoke of wanting to observe medical treatment in other nations.
That was a lie.
Merely a pretense to gain permission to leave.
I'm gonna
We cannot
start.
research freely in Hyzant. We are simply tasked with fulfilling our designated roles.
Gonna start calling lies pretense. Oh, that was just a pretense. You're like, what? You said a lie? No, no, no.
Furthermore,
It's different.
no matter how revolutionary our discoveries may be, the world at large will never know them.
You mean to say you tire of Hyzant's secrecy?
You're not much different than those so-called heretics, then. Could it be you feel some connection with them?
Exactly, Ellie.
To tell the truth, I was well aware of Plinius's plan. But I was a coward, one who could neither stop nor join them. And because of it, I ended up capturing those with whom I sympathized. I wish never to feel this way again.
And thus you mean to leave the Holy State entirely?
Yes, I have no intention of returning to the ministry.
We lying and running away. That's a mood.
Which is why I must ask if you would allow me to journey with you, as a member of House Wolfort.
Will you adopt me? For real, for real, for real.
My
Same.
lord, while he may be a unique character, he undoubtedly possesses a great understanding of the arcane.
There is one thing I must know. Would you be troubled traveling alongside my betrothed, knowing her heritage?
Not at all.
Nod.
I'm
Yes.
abandoning Hyzant and the goddess's teachings with it. On the contrary, Lady Frederica's magic fascinates me. I would love to learn more about it.
But of course.
Very well then. Welcome to our ranks, Corentin. Pursue your studies to your heart's content. I only ask that you put them to use on House Wolfort's behalf.
Of course. You have my thanks, Lord Serenoa.
For the fire spewing lady. I mean, as long as he, you know, keeps his distance from my lady, we're okay. We'll be friends. Freezes the field and slows enemies with ice magic. Can freeze squares, hindering enemy movement, and creates icy obstructions. He's also great at parties, for punch bowls. You know, you gotta keep those drinks cool. Ice sculptures, that's it. I was like, I don't know what the word is. I see you. At Ironstone, a certain report reaches the ears of the Archduke. The Duchy. What up? What up? We are playing anime chess. No. Oh, right. It is Wednesday, isn't it?
As blustery and boastful as ever, brother.
Which one's for? Oh, that's the voyage home. Ah, dang. That's a good one. But I hope you have a good time. I forgot that it was Wednesday. The whale. San Francisco.
He is simply beside himself that his contributions to the mine have been recognized.
So he has achieved a measure of success. Perhaps I underestimated him.
What concern is he of ours? He is Farag's son and of thinner blood.
We are not Glenbrook or Hyzant, Thalus. In Esfrost, a man is judged for his deeds, not his pedigree.
And yet you have appointed me Prime Minister, have you not?
I have given you an opportunity, brother. Do not be mistaken. If you wish to keep your position, prove to me you are deserving of it.
Oh crap, I actually have to work?
Understood, brother mine.
Dear brother, do with Thalys as you please, but I bid you be wary of Dragan and Svarog. I've reason to believe they've designs on higher seats.
If they mean to overthrow me, then let them try. I shall.
Oh, no, no, wrong button, wrong button. I think. Hang on. Was there a quick save that just happened? We're gonna risk it. This one was probably just now. Was it this one? This is fine. Yeah, Thalys. I was trying to hit the auto text button and I hit the skip button. Why are those right next to each other? No. Basically he goes grumble, 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 and they all grumble and they're like backstabbing to each other because that's what the evil family does, okay? Okay, don't push buttons. Their duty fulfilled, Serenoa and House Wolfort bid farewell to the holy state of Hyzand. So I think it's the cutscene after this that's new to me.
It's time we head home. You aren't forgetting anything, are you, my lord?
Eridor, I told you, I'm not a child anymore.
I'm sorry, my lord. Whenever I see your face, I can't help but think of the lad I once knew.
Can you not lower your voice? You'll disturb the whole city at this rate.
House Wolfort certainly is lively.
Indeed. I've never seen such a big, happy family.
I'm glad they allowed you to travel with us.
As am I. I intend to revolutionize the world with my research.
Hey, you should say that when we're outside of the town.
Very well and good, but we also have a wedding to prepare for. Busy times lie ahead, Frederica.
Yes.
Let us make it a grand wedding. Huette, prepare an extravagant gift worthy of my best friend.
Yes, Your Highness.
A big piñata it is.
It seems I'm just in time. I came to thank you and see you off on behalf of the Holy One.
We are the ones who should thank you. Glenbrook and House Wolfort shall not forget your kindness.
I'm happy to have seen Hyzand with my own eyes. Till we meet again.
Prince Roland, Lord Serenoa, the future of Norzelia is in the hands of the young, those like ourselves. I much look forward to our next meeting.
Okay, we'll probably be enemies, but alright.
We have heard much about how all in Hyzand are blessed by the goddess's teachings. And yet, they told us almost nothing of the Roselle. What sort of lives do they live here? What sort of life did Mother lead?
Is something the matter, Frederica?
Forgive me. I was merely lost in thought.
Thoughts of the Roselle, I presume.
Yes. I wondered what effect it might have on your relations with Hyzand, now that we are to wed.
Right now, our three nations work together, but none can say what the future holds. Whatever may occur, know that you will not have to bear it alone. It will be a burden for all of House Wolfort to bear, together.
Thank you, Serenoa.
feel like that doesn't relieve me. I feel really bad now. Oh, no. You're not a burden on me. You're a burden on anyone. Everyone. All of us. You're like... But that's what life is, okay? Everybody takes care of each other. Or they should. High School Musical rules. We're all in this together.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolfort domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and
Squid.
Huette retire to Whitehome in the Crown City. Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolfort, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica. Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzellian mines.
Okay, Chapter 4, New Dawn. This is all new to me. Here we go.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock. Investigate it at once.
What in the name of iron?
Story-based game. With battles in between. Lots of story.
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
We hit the water main.
What the? It couldn't be.
Of the triangular variety. No, we're not playing Fire Emblem. I don't know what you're talking about. We could one day, though.
That settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide.
Oh.
What do you desire, Frederica?
Well...
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress if you asked.
But what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it. Lord Simone, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simone's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect those who we have sworn to take under our wing.
Yeah, it's like he sounds familiar.
Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Not that I've seen or played AI. I don't think it'd be.
Is that so? Then... I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself.
I was like, your village? Oh,
It
the
would
Roselle
be a
village.
good opportunity to get to know
What?
you, to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Chapter 4. We go and dress shopping. I'm not knocking that. It's just not what I thought Chapter 4 was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like, hey, okay, it's time for the wedding. It's happening. No other cutscenes with side characters because they know I'll skip them accidentally. Saranoa visits the Rosellan village in his domain for the first time and hopes that they will make his betrothed's wedding dress. Betrothed. I will put S and T's everywhere they don't belong.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Saranoa and Lady Frederica. My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle. And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolfort.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Esfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Hold the phone. She was like, at one point, she's like, I remember my mom talking about, I don't know, something. And then she's like, after I was born, she went immediately back to Hyzant. How do these two things happen?
Thank you kindly.
That button. That was double clicking.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Saranoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Perhaps I'll have a look around the village and get to know its people while they're taking her measurements. Your hair certainly does make you stand out, my lord. We don't get many visitors to our fair village. Shinies, I'm looking. I pray today's hunt goes well. I'd love to fetch a fine pelt for House Wolfort. That's a ladder. Oh, I like how it lights up so that I can know that to do that. But I will not do that. I'm looking over here. Lord Simon offered us his protection without a word about our origins or our troubled history. His generosity is boundless, and I fear we shall never repay it. Instead, I simply pray that our village remains protected. I bear a great responsibility to these people. It falls to me to keep their land free from harm, no matter what the cost. Can I go in here? Yeah. I see you. Shiny. Marvels of Norzelia Volume 10. 2 notes. $300. The Roselle share a portion of the forest's bounty with the House Wolfort each year, as thanks to for their safekeeping. Their quality pelts and fresh fruit make for a significant portion of House Wolfort's capital. I couldn't believe my eyes when the Roselle arrived in the domain during the Salt Iron War. I'd never seen anyone so downtrodden. Moves me to my core to see him thriving in peace times, after all they went through. Now we just gotta keep him safe. I regret to say this is my first time visiting the Rosellan village. Happy to see they flourished under Lord Simon's protection these last 30 years. I am eternally grateful to House Wolford. We would not be alive today if not for your protection. I was thinking he was going to say father. As a steward to this village, I pray we can work together to ensure a lasting peace. I see you. Though we may be under House Wolfort's protection, we dare not leave the village. The goddesses faithful will haul us straight back to the source if they catch sight of us. Cat. He's so cute. Okay, you. And you. We must be strong and vigilant if we are to maintain the peace we have enjoyed on these lands. I saw the shiny. This just... okay. That's there. This... yep. We've made our home here in the valley in the hopes we'd not be discovered. Use the lay of land. Use the lay of land to our advantage, like. Okay, can I just... I can't fall. We'll just be a bit longer taking Lady Frederica's measurements. Please have a look around the village in the meanwhile. Oh, she's in front of the door. I was like, where's the door? I'm blind.
We play together almost every day. Today we're climbing the ladder to the roof and playing lookouts.
Wee-hoo. Whoa! You okay? Cat just having nightmares, you know, it's fine. Just scare everybody. That's fine. Thump. Yeah. Well, he's like in a basket right in front of the microphone on the desk. So if he like jolts up, it's gonna make a sound. And hi, Gnome. Hope you're doing well. Came to this land in the midst of the Salt Iron War, desperate to escape Hyzant's extraordinary cruelty. Your father then granted us asylum in our honor, in our hour of need, shielding us from further harm. Alright, that's good. I would have done the same. We have a duty to help those in need. I pray the day soon comes when you no longer require protection and are free to live your lives unfettered. And I intend to honor that. Let us work together and make this land a prosperous one for your people. I mean, all of these are good. Yeah, and I intend to honor that. I like that one. I cannot thank you enough for those kind words. May they be a beacon of hope for the generations to come. We will do all in our power to make it so. Father granted the Roselle asylum on our lands. Though they once hailed from Hyzant, they are now as much a part of the Wolford domain as anyone else. We may never repay our debt to House Wolford. If there is anything you require of us, simply say the word. Can I? Just a little bit faster. I'm going too fast, therefore I'm stumbling on words because I'm assuming like, oh, they're gonna say this. Hey, it's not the word they use. They used a different word. Alright. It's no fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go play somewhere else. But Mother gets mad at me if I go too far. That's because you're precious to her. You do well to heed her words. Ah, but there's plenty of fun to be had here. I'm sure your mother would be pleased if you took up hunting or fishing. You'll be able to venture further afield when you're older, and when that day comes, I'll show you both around the domain myself. This is like you tell this to kids, and they're like, yeah, I know. And then this one, it's like, and I don't know. No one likes to hear, you'll get it when you're older. It's like... I kind of like the fixing the problem now. So it's like where you're like, oh, there's plenty of fun to be had here. You know, current time. I've always wanted to go hunting. Then you should try it. Ask your father or one of the other elders to take you. I'm sure you'll do your mother proud. Yeah, she won't know what to do with all the meat I'm gonna bring home. I'm gonna hunt things into extinction. You're like, no, child, no, no. That would be a bad idea. Don't do that. Is there 3 of them? Did I already get all 3 of them? Oh no! Like, child, no, don't. I said with the elders. Okay, I think I got everybody. I think we're good. Surely they'll have finished taking her measurements by now. It's been 3 days. Like, we're really bad at measuring. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never made a dress before. Meanwhile, on the other side of town...
Do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
No, I was
Punish
kidnapped.
me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian mines.
Father, it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
That's a good idea.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Esfrost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
Roland.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once.
I'm never going to take that name seriously. I can't.
Is that everyone? Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Esfrost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
Are you keeping secrets?
Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzellia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me as I lead this great realm into a new era.
You risk much giving us these orders.
This guy's had power for like 2 days. Instantly high on it.
I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find.
Shoot the bird.
When I am appointed Prime Minister,
Catch the bird.
I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister.
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell. Either
Dragon,
way,
please.
with this, I shall make my mark. And do what neither father nor Gustadolf ever could.
You know, for living with a bunch of backstabbing people, you'd think he'd be smarter. Nope.
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost.
Exactly. Once I backstab the backstabbers, surely they'll like me then, right? Wait a minute.
Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you.
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Then leave the rest to me. I shall depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment. I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
These people.